When it comes to backstage selling, the biggest thing that most people don't realize is that backstage is just as important as front stage. Many people, when they moved to virtual selling during the pandemic, said, well, my call starts at 1 p.m. and my call ends at 2 p.m. So really all I have to worry about is that time when I'm on the Zoom call, as it were. And we have a completely different perspective than that. We believe that virtually every interaction that you have between a seller and a buyer is what we call a micro buying experience. And the micro buying experience is really about what happens before you're on the live call, which is a backstage moment. It's about what happens while you're on the live synchronous call, which we call front stage. You went front stage as if you walked in front of a curtain, right? And now the audience is in front of you live. And then you finished front stage and you walked backstage just like a performer does. And now you're in the backstage area and deciding what you're going to do next. So when you think about that, what I'm here to tell you is that backstage selling is actually one of the secret differentiators that I see for the very best in the world of hybrid selling. And there's two reasons for this. First, according to McKinsey Consulting, the ability to orchestrate what they call the omni-channel experience is the number one skill set that sellers need in a post-pandemic time. The number one skill set. And what does it mean to be an orchestrator? Well, you can think of it much like a orchestra conductor. You see, the orchestra conductor doesn't play any instrument while they are conducting. What they are doing instead is bringing out the best of the music of the people who are in the orchestra. We can refer to them as subject matter experts. So if you think about orchestration in the context of front stage and backstage, the very best salespeople understand that their job is to help curate the best content or the best ideas before they get on the call. An example of that would be the agenda that we've talked about in another video. An example of that would be the LinkedIn profiles of the people who are going to be on the call. You see, with just a little thinking, you can not only set yourself apart, but you can save time as well. So if there's 5 people on the call on your side, and you send the LinkedIn, those I'll call it a screenshot of their LinkedIn in a PDF, well, all of a sudden, you've saved people having to go to LinkedIn, number one. Number two, not everybody is easy to find on LinkedIn. Number three, people with a common name have 5, you type in their name, John Smith, and there's lots of people that come up. So this is all about time saving. And the secret to backstage selling is the ability to build rapport and trust faster. And part of the reason you're building rapport and trust is because people recognize that you are doing the little things that make a difference. So by setting the stage before the meeting, you get on the call and it's a seamless experience because they've already gotten to know you. And then after the call, when you tell them, I'm going to follow up with you and I'm going to provide that recording from the call, I'm going to provide those snippets regarding the questions that you've asked, along with answers that we have prepared for you based on the content you said was important. That capability, that ability to show people that you can follow through on what you say you're going to do, that is the coin of the realm in this new environment. And we see it over and over again. It's not enough to be good on camera, although that's a start. It's the ability to use that backstage and use that front stage. And one more piece about the front stage is that it's not enough to be able to be just good on video using a platform like Zoom or Teams. You also have to be able to leverage doing this with talking to people who are in the room. You have to make sure that the people who you're live with feel engaged, and then you have to remember to not forget the people who are virtual. That skill set is the skill set called orchestration, and the more that you consciously are aware of practicing it, the better you're going to be.